Hi guys, this is Svein on the SRS channel, and today I got a figure that I have been wanting for a heck of a long time, and it's the Alien Warrior from the Aliens movies. It's the 1/6 scale collectible from Hot Toys, and it's the MMS 354 figure. So here you have the box, and it's a pretty huge one, so I had to back the camera pretty far away from the review table. And as you can see, it's a black box with a very dark image of the alien character on the front, as well as the Aliens logo, and it says Alien Warrior beneath with the 1/6 scale collectible figure MMS 354 on the front, as well as the movie masterpiece logo and Hot Toys logo down in the corners. I'm gonna give the box a quick spin around so you can see it, and then we get into the contents. The box itself, it has the logo and some more of the background artwork on the side. You have the production cost, and you have some description on the back. Another alien logo on the other side. It has this slip cover that you can pull away, and you have a box window for the figure in front. Give it a quick spin around again. On the bottom you can see some eggs and some I guess it's the alien hive you see in the background there. On the back of this box you got the logo, the Alien Warrior, and you got the cast and crew from the making of this figure. And that's pretty much it for the box. Here is the plastic tray that was inside the cardboard box. It has a top and a bottom piece, and when you lift up the upper part, the figure is covered in some plastic to prevent it from getting stuck to the figure or to the box. I'm gonna take a quick look at some accessories first. You got a couple of acid spray effects that can clip onto the figure. This one, the smallest one, can be attached by magnet, and the other one seems to be just a friction piece. That probably, I think this one, the big one, attaches to the chest piece of the figure, and the other one by magnet to the head of the figure. We're gonna get back to this. You also get an extra tray on the bottom of the box, which contains the stand. I'm gonna take out those pieces. You also get instruction. I usually don't pay attention to the instruction booklets on these figures, but for this one I'm gonna make an exception. Even though it's a very wanted figure for me, it has a lot of flaws. But we're gonna get back to that. The crotch grabber for the figure attaches to the port right here. I'm just gonna stick it in right now. It's a really beautiful base. It's basically Hot Toy standard. You can see some excuse me, you can see some acid burns and stuff on the base. You can see a little bit of excuse me again, some green, and yeah, but other than that, it's nicely detailed. It's mostly mold details with some sort of a silver wash on it. You got some black and yellow warning pieces there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna call it tape or if it's supposed to mimic metal or something, but yeah, you got this black and white warning stripes. You got the Alien Warrior name right there, and yeah, it's nicely detailed. You got some copyright stuff on the bottom as well. One thing to note though, and I check before I open my mouth here, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it comes with the figure, but under the base you got these circular indentations. I'm pretty sure they're meant for some kind of padding or something, so it doesn't slide or scrape up the surface you put it on, but it's not any particular weight to it, to put it that way. But I might get some small pads to put under here. I'm gonna put it off to the side. Now to the best part of the entire package. It's the figure itself. Inside you have the figure. For some reason I have a extra one of these, the one plastic protection piece you see on the back of the tubes there. This was loose in the packaging. If there's anything else in here. Nope. Besides from the white little bag of Hot Toys candy that you're not supposed to eat. There's nothing else but the figure. There's no extra hands or anything like that comes with the figure. All you get is the stand and the 2 acid spray effects. Now, as most Hot Toys collectors are used to, their figure is protected by a lot of plastic, so I'm gonna take all of that off. For the tail as well. And here is the figure. It's pretty huge, I must say that. Can he stand on his own? Yeah. He can stand without the stand. I ain't gonna get the figure in frame at this distance anyway, so I'm just gonna move the camera closer to the lights so we can see some detail. It's beautiful looking, guys, I must say that. I'm gonna take a look at the head first, try to get some lights in there. It is like it has some sort of a brown, bronze, blue, blackish base to it with some black wash and bronze details throughout the body. I'm gonna repeat myself once again, guys, that the details on this thing is freaking amazing. There's no complaints on my part on the sculpt work of the figure itself. I'm going to get into my complaints about it in a second here, but yeah, it has a feature with the jaw. If I can get to it, there's a sliding mechanism in there. You can see the button in front of my finger that you can slide forward to extend the inner jaw, and I'm having the same problem the Knight had, but there is a way to lock the jaw open and have the inner mouth sticking out. I can't remember how he did it on the top of my head, but it's possible, I know. Now, I usually don't pose my figures all that much, and I'm gonna leave it on the stand here for a second, and I'm going to open the instruction manual real quick here to let you know why I'm so skeptic about moving the joints on a figure and my issues about this figure. First of all, in the instruction there's some warnings, and my hands are shaking like, yeah. It reads, due to the nature of the material, don't keep the inner jaw extended for a long periods of time to avoid deformation of the outer jaw. On the other side, it says, the arm can be raised to the sides within 30 degrees. Don't raise them over 30 degrees or the figure may be damaged. That's the piece of warning. And we have this little piece of paper that shows the inner jaw movement. Slide the indicated button forward or backward to extend or retract the inner jaw respectively. Do not bend the elbows or knees over 90 degrees, otherwise the joints will be damaged. Due to the nature of the material, don't keep the elbows or knees bent for an extended amount of time to avoid material damage. The tail contains metal wire for easier posing. You have the Xenomorph Blood Effect Part 1 that has a magnet, and it shows off where the metal part in the head is located. And there is the piece placed on the head, and the other piece you can see is friction based, so you got to be careful of paint rub. It shows the assembly of the base, and there's some caution here. Do not excessively bend the arms and legs or bend them outward, otherwise the figure will be damaged. Do not place the figure in areas with high temperature or humid, otherwise it will be damaged. Don't get the figure in touch with sharp objects, fire or heat to avoid material damage. Do not place or store the magnet parts near battery, computer, credit card or other electric devices, as the magnetic field may affect or damage these items. So there's a lot of warnings here, guys. A lot of warnings. My issues with this figure is the posability. I've seen a lot of reviews on this figure already, and yeah, it's basically a rubberized statue, guys. I'm going to show you the metal parts here. Stick to the head. And to the chest. These are the effect parts. I probably won't be using them, but there they are. Yeah, as I said, and move a little bit back here. Due to the restrictions of this figure, I'll be very careful about the posing, but yeah, that's pretty much the pose you get with this figure, other than the tail itself that you can pose a little bit more freely. But the instructions basically tells you not to move anything. You have the rubberized joints, the rubberized pelvis, the rubberized knees, and there's not much posability in this figure. So as I said, it's basically a statue. You can rotate the head, move it up and down, you can open the jaw, and there's no extra hands, there's no wire in the fingers, so the hands are static, you don't get anything extra. You can rotate the hands, but there's nothing in and out and stuff like that. It's basically only a rotation. It's the same with the feet. You can rotate them. You can bend the tail a little, but there's nothing much here to bend. I'm not sure if the wire inside of the tail of my figure is messed up or something like that, but yeah. You also have a ball joint up in the upper body into the chest, and yeah, as I said, there's not much posability here. There's no upper arm rotation or bicep rotation. It's the shoulder rotation, and you got the 30-degree in and out. I say that there is basically no articulation in the elbows, the knees and the hips, for the simple reason that it's a rubberized body and you can't leave it in a pose for too long or in a bended pose for too long because of the material. So this is basically what you get, guys. And do I think it's worth the cost of the figure? Not particularly, but in my case I always wanted an alien figure in 1/6 scale for my display, so that's why I jumped on it. If NECA had produced a 1/6 scale figure with a lot better joints, I probably would have cancelled my order on this one and gotten the NECA figure instead. But yeah, what can you do? There is no NECA figure, and this one arrived in the mail. I know I'm not usually rating my 1/6 scale figures on my reviews, but if I was to rate this figure, I would have given it 3, maybe 4 out of 10, to put it that way. There's basically no articulation. Everything this figure scores on is sculpt work and paint work. Other than that, to me this figure is basically a miss. But as I said, I wanted this one for display, and that's why I got it. And this is what I'm going to stick with. Other than that, it's a beautiful looking figure, guys. No denying that. But you ain't going to get much posing out of this one. You can check out the Knight's channel. He have both this version and some other 1/6 scale alien figures, so he can give you a pretty good comparison between this one and the others. He made a movie or a video of this figure a while ago. He got it pretty early. So if you want to see some comparisons, you can go to the Dean Knight channel and he'll show you. But yeah, this figure is absolutely what it is and nothing more. So that's the end of my figure review. I want to end this video though, however, with another subject, and that's the Luke and Dad Break Free channel on YouTube. My previous video was all about bringing attention to their channel, and I just want to give them another mention in this video, and that yeah, you should go over to their channel and check them out. Everybody knows someone or probably suffers themselves from some sort of mental health issue, so it's an important cause and I want to support it, as I'm suffering from depression and stuff myself, and collecting these figures are simply just a way for me to bring some joy into my own life, so at least I can find some happiness in doing this. And as a single guy, I don't have responsibility for pretty much nobody but myself, and these figures require some maintenance, so at least once a year I can dust off my figures. I have something to care for and stuff like that. So then, other than being collectibles, they play another role in my life besides from being just figures, and that's why I want to direct some attention to the Luke and Dad Break Free channel, because they're doing some excellent work on the campaign on mental health issue awareness. Yeah, I hope you will check out the channel, and I hope you enjoyed this review. It wasn't much of a review, but it was what I could make out of this figure due to the nature of it, and I hope I see you guys again on the next video. So take care, guys, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.